Yeah, so those fans got really, really gross when we were in Nebraska. Gross.
Look, lunch.
It's a every couple weeks you gotta. Oh, you all right?
I think I just so many things that you gotta remember before you leave. All right, Buzz fam, you always see the good side of our videos.
Okay, everybody.
This is take 2 because we went through a whole thing and Chrissy was not recording.
didn't.
Did it again. She didn't record. There's my uncle. What'd you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said maybe you should man the camera from now on.
Whoa. No, but I was able to write that. I will not talk in class.
Looks like we forgot to stop at the dumpster on the way out of the campground. Hey Buzz fam, Chrissy here. We've got a few repairs we have to make before we hit the road to our next stop, one of which is right down here underneath the kitchen sink. It appears that I miscalculated the weight capacity for this shelf down here, and the items I was storing were too heavy, and I suppose that in conjunction with some relatively bumpy roads caused this to come apart or give way. You kind of see that there. Not a huge deal, but I'm gonna take a few minutes to just see what I can do to secure this and make it so that it doesn't fall back down again. Hopefully I can make it hold, right? Okay, Buzz fam, what do you think? You think I got this shelf fixed? Wah, wah. It appears this particular task was outside of my expertise. There's too many things connected to too many things going way beyond whatever I could imagine. What I thought would be so simple.
All right, Nathan, can you tell me what's going on with the sink again?
Okay, so
Sink base?
when they manufactured this cabinet, this bottom board, what they did was they threw cleats on top of the board and stapled the cleats, the bottom board to the cleats from below. So the only way to secure that board back up to the cleats would be to pull the cabinet due to the center board being in here and not being able to pull that board out in order to get to those cleats.
Okay.
So really what probably needs to be done so this doesn't happen again, due to this being more of a particle board, so not enough bite in it, is those cleats need to be put underneath that board.
Got it.
And then that way the board sits on top and it can hold the weight.
Got it.
And as you saw over here with that, it's cracked, that rear cleat's cracked right in the center, so there's a little bit of flex, which you get with all RVs. But if that cleat was underneath there, it would have never even known the difference, and it would probably last the lifetime of the camper.
Got it.
Oh! Some water spilled. Uh-oh, I found water underneath there. That's odd. I'm gonna hope something spilled and not that we have another issue. Okay, Buzz fam, well, we think we figured out the problem, and there's the water pump right there. So once we replace the water pump and do a couple other things, we're gonna check and see, but...
That they, in this corner, there's a gap back there.
Okay.
So I suggest that they bring those lines back over and they put that vacuum breaker in the corner cavity.
Yep.
And in that corner cavity, back behind this pantry, there's a wall panel. They should be able to cut an access plate out of that, and it doesn't even need to be covered afterwards because you never see it, that you can pull the pantry out and you can gain access to that. So then that way, if there ever is an issue like there is now, it's simple and easy to get to.
Got it. There it is.
That could be a whole episode.
This is our one thing we got done. Is this. This has kind of been the common theme for us, though. So we're at Fort Collins area. This is Nate, by the way. He's the guy that's working on our rig. Where do you cover in this area? If someone needs help, where do you cover? How do they get a hold of you?
Morgan County, and the easiest way is to email me at nathansrvservice@gmail.com. My phone number, it depends. If I'm out with you, a customer, I won't answer it, right? Because I think my time is with you because you're paying for it. But you can call me 970-232-9914 and leave a message, and I'll call you right back as soon as I get done with what I'm doing at that point in time.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate everything that you've done here.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wish we could have done more.
Me too.
It is what it is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so those fans got really, really gross when we were in Nebraska.
Yeah.
There's like bugs in there and a bunch of sand and dirt. There was interesting conditions.
You're supposed to pull it down. There we go.
Nice. Gross.
Look, lunch! Lunch!
It's so gross. Yay. So much cleaner. Yay. Here's the screen part. So the kitchen fan gets pretty gross because we also use it when we cook. But these Max air fans are pretty awesome, aren't they, hon?
Suck everything.
They do. They create such great air circulation too in the house. Like, you know, if the weather's pretty temperate out there and you know but it's still and you just kind of want some airflow, turn it on. These Max air fans it creates that little bit of movement. It's so nice.
When you're done taking a shower, at least for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I have the Max air fan on,
Yeah.
my hair dries instantly.
And they have this automatic rain sensor, so when it starts to sprinkle a little bit, they close automatically, so you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
The drawback is they suck so much stuff into the vent
Yeah,
is that they get dirty really fast.
they do get dirty. It's a every couple weeks you gotta. Oh, you all right?
I think I just broke my nose.
Well, it's kind of light. I don't know if it could actually do that much damage on your face.
Well, that's the moneymaker I'm worried about, Bev.
Right on. I know. Jeez. Bathroom fan isn't as bad, and it's a little easier for me to reach.
We are leaving. We are going to take you into Fort Morgan, Colorado. Interesting trip. I'm sure of it. So, just, you know, hang tight with us for a little while. There's so many things that you got to remember before you leave. Well, a trip into Fort Morgan.
I like Fort Morgan. I think it's a cute town. It's got a lot to offer. I mean, there's fun stuff there. Things you wouldn't expect.
Right.
But, I mean, it is, you know, it's one stop along the way.
Yeah, Bear's real excited. All right, Buzz fam, you always see the good side of our videos and like it kind of scripted or maybe not. I don't know how how you would interpret them personally. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on the back end that you're not necessarily aware of. Isn't that true? Chrissy, where are you?
I'm over here.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
All right.
Bear's got his eyes on some squirrels.
Yeah,
So he's got an agenda to go find some squirrels that we're not going to let him chase. One more thing we have to deal with while we're out here trying to film this. Boy.
So anyway, we're talking about, you don't really see what's behind the scenes.
Right.
And we're sitting here deliberating on what we want,
Yeah, what we're going to photo and...
what we want to do for you. And we just can't really...
I like to have a plan.
She likes to have a plan.
I do.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Oh, look at that. Families. We're all family here, aren't we?
Bear's busy.
Yeah.
He can't be bothered right now.
All right. Well,
He's focused.
we're going to plan.
Hey.
Personally, I like to just go with the flow and see what happens.
Key fob?
Keep on.
I got it in here. So I'll lock it. We'll be right back, Bear. Hold tight. Okay, everybody.
This is take 2 because we went through a whole thing and Chrissy was not
I
recording.
didn't hit the record button.
This is one of the behind the scenes that happens a lot. So
Yeah, I'm good at that.
basically, what we did was we're kind of doing a run through of what we're going to be doing here in Fort Morgan. I almost tipped
Try not
over.
to fall.
I got one bad foot and one bad leg, so it's kind of a bad
Situation.
when I walk.
Okay.
It's not very graceful.
Okay.
Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and stop at the Fort Morgan Museum.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we're going to go grab a drink at this place called Cables. It's a pub and grill, but we're just going to grab one drink. Remember? Just one.
Yeah.
Right? And then we're going to head over to this authentic Mexican restaurant here at Fort Morgan called The Rooster.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, man, that place smelled good. I didn't partake in any of the cuisine yet. That's going to be coming up. And then we're going to go to, the Rainbow Bridge?
Yeah, we're going to check out this Rainbow Bridge and
I have
see
no
if there's
idea what
some
that's
other, maybe some historic architecture around town. So stay tuned. We got
Yeah.
some fun treats for you ahead.
Yes, and watch this video to the end. Hey, Chrissy.
Yeah.
You didn't have it recording in here. Did it again. She didn't record.
Because I switched the thing.
Yeah.
I pause it so it's
Yeah.
not clunky, and then I forget to hit record again.
That's what's going on. So we're gonna, what we have here that you missed is we have a juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's pretty cool. What do you think of that? And then we have a North American mastodon. I guess I don't know. Here's my uncle. So I think I'm gonna man the camera for moving forward, so we have a much more efficient system with Big E handling it for you. Oh, guess what? I'm recording, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually recording. What'd you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said maybe you should man the camera from now on.
You know what? I have made that call already.
You did?
Yep, and it was recorded. Believe it or not. See if you can fit your head in the jaws of the. Can you do that?
There's glass around it.
Well, that's okay. Whoa! Apparently, this bridge spans over 1,100 feet. It's an arch bridge that was built between 1922 and 1923. Today, it does remain intact, spanning the South Platte River at Fort Morgan. It cost $69,000 to complete. I wonder if that was under budget. Actually, I don't.
In 1922.
Not to get political, but when was the last time you seen anything government did under budget? Has that ever happened?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Look, there's a Glenn Miller Theater. Let's go check that out. See
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, maybe there's a place we can sit down.
I bet you there is in the theater.
Think there's some popcorn?
I wish. Okay, what do we want to watch? James Stewart, let's do that one.
All right.
I do. It's amazing. James Stewart and June Allison in the Glenn Miller Theater. This is his boyhood hometown, Glenn Miller.
Yeah.
There's his saxophone.
Who's Glenn Miller? Is he an actor?
He is a musician. See these pictures on the wall?
Yeah, I guess he was. Maybe it was in the fall. Walk of Fame.
Right on.
Got one of his records.
Yeah, that's cool. Satin jacket.
Oh, look at the. Oh, I recognize this chalkboard. Except my math wasn't quite as good.
No?
No, but I was able to write that. I will not talk in class.
We're back here at the soda shop, which was so cute.
Can you imagine that I would ever have to write anything on a chalkboard like that? I will not talk in class.
You were always such a stellar student.
I know. I certainly was.
Should we head out to the park?
This is Mongi, if you're watching this. Oh, that
This is Mangi. She didn't like you, I think, if I remember correctly. So right next to Fort Morgan Library is Glenn Miller Park. See, Bear found a stick. Yeah, the grass is really nice. Hi, Bear. So, there is a band shell right over here. It's super nice. And they have a concert series in the summertime. I think it's on Thursdays, where they have free concerts in the park. But it's a beautiful park right in the center of town, and it's called Glenn Miller Park. This lush green grass is making you envious, I think, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I wish my lawn looked like this. When we had one. I worked on it.
Yeah. I know. Now we don't have to worry about it. We get to enjoy everybody else's nice lawn.
Yeah, that is so true. Should we go to Cables?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, looks like we forgot to stop at the dumpster on the way out of the campground.
Oh, you want to hold it? It's broken. This isn't Lizzie.
Howdy, handsome.
Hey.
I couldn't find you at first. I went inside and then outside and then inside again.
I was trying to avoid you. Sort the cable.
We are.
And look what they got. You think Bear's gonna eat those?
Is he? Did he?
No, he's really picky, but he's a drinker.
I wouldn't say he's picky, actually. He doesn't eat when he's not perfectly aligned with life. He can't calm down enough to eat anything. On travel days, he'll go a whole day without eating.
Yeah.
And then the next day, and he kind of makes up for it, but not really. Then the next day, he'll just go back to regular.
And it's not like we give him bad food. We give him good food. It's that, what is it? Taste of the wild.
Oh, yeah.
Taste of the wild.
Your beer is bubbling.
Beautiful.
I got an old fashioned. I never get cocktails, but
Guess what Nana's doing right now? Is the speakers working?
oh, yep.
Oh, yeah. Nana's recording us. She's recording this conversation and it might go on YouTube all of a sudden.
Thank you.
All right, Waylon. Pop-up's got to go now. Okay, you be good, okay? All right, I love you. Waylon, I love you. Rach, is he still there? They hang up.
These are Italian nachos.
Yeah.
It's like
They look
deep
delicious.
fried pasta.
I don't know. It looks
Some
delicious.
dipping sauce. It looks really good. What do you think? Give it a try.
Waylon. Bear was the first one to try it.
Was it good, Bear?
Oh, gosh.
Oh boy.
I suppose this is probably not one of my smartest moves.
Good?
My gosh. Well, that was delish.
Fun place.
Yes.
And Italian nachos for the win.
Yeah. Can't go. Wait, I can't see my head. Now I can't see yours. Italian nachos. I never had those before.
No, but that's something you're going to want to try to recreate at home.
Yeah. So we're heading over to the Sherman Street
Yeah, we're going to head to Sherman Street. We want to hit the Rainbow Bridge and
and then to the Rooster. Change the plan a little bit. Not too bad though.
well, because we decided we'd take some rooster food home for takeout.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll find out. Yeah. Pretty excited about this one.
Yo no sé de poesía ni de filosofía, solo sé que tu vida como hacer
What's that?
Pico.
You want salsa?
Pico.
Pico. No.
Do you want sour cream or?
No. Which one?
On you.
Salsa?
Yeah, whatever.
Middle one. Yeah. Okay, we're back. We got some chores to do, and I'm gonna explain why as I get out the truck. You're gonna start to understand something. A lot of RV parks, it's gravel. Whether it's the road or the site that you're on, it's gravel. And you know where all that gravel travels to when you live in a rig? That's right, goes to the bed. So it's always goes to the bed, so you're always sleeping in gravel. And you can take a look at what I'm talking about. There it is, gravel. Yeah, it's a mess, but all that sand gets in all of this. So it's laundry day for the bed. Special. Here we are.
Okay, so let's see here. I try to pick, that's the dryer, so this is the washer. I try to pick ones that look like they don't get used as often. This capacity is okay, it's decent size. Do you see where to put the
No,
bleach?
we have the same problem every time we go do laundry somewhere.
It goes in there. Okay.
Laundry day. How much are we looking at?
Actually pretty cheap. It's only $2 for a wash. 75 cents for a dry. Okay, so here we are, our last evening in, well, almost our last evening in Fort Morgan.
Yeah, so we're taking you to Murdoch's. We got to feed Bear. We've got him a bag of dog food there, Taste of the Wild. And it's the ocean
Pacific something.
Yeah.
Makes them smell like fish.
Yeah, it's not that great. So, got a couple things we need to get here at Murdoch's. We got to get a hose because our vacuum breaker, we weren't able to get that fixed. And we can't get it fixed in New Mexico either. They don't have time. So, I'm not sure when we're going to get that done. So, we're going to have to get a hose and flush it, the tank, an alternate way, which is not as good, but, you know, it'll do the job. And then what else we got to get?
I want to get a new pot for the stovetop. I don't like the pot that we have. I want a better
new
pot.
All right. Well,
But yeah, we got to get that hose until we get the flush fixed. So we can't flush our tanks.
Are you recording?
Yes,
Good.
I am recording.
Good, because that's nice to know.
Okay, we found them. There's some Zero and Orbits. But we're obviously not reaching them up there, so there's got to be another section somewhere.
I think we only need the 50 because we can hook it up to the holes that we got in Brinkley. Nice work, Chrissy.
Hey, I've had a little practice having a hard time reaching things.
I guess. You're a pro.
Found the RV section.
Yes, we did.
Oh, you need the
I
wand.
think this would work.
What's it say on there? Tank?
Holding tank.
Rinser?
Yes, holding tank rinser. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's what I wanted. Oh, look at that. We can always bring one of these with us because then we can have the wide nozzle when we go to the cheap gas pumps. So you didn't get your shopping out of you yet?
No,
No?
not really. These are nice, I said.
Okay.
Be nice to have some decent slip-ons for when I pick Bear out in the morning.
Right. No, thank you.
Hello,
You too, thanks. right? Kinds of stuff. All right, Buzz fam, that's a wrap at Murdoch's, and that's a wrap for us on this episode as well. Hey, please give us a subscribe if you haven't already, and also give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate your support. And hey, also, if you like buzzing on this episode, I've got 2 more episodes you can buzz on each side of your screen. Huh, Bear? And hey, until next time, always keep your moral compass pointed north, and we'll see you on the next one.